All right, hello everybody. So I'm in here tonight just finishing up a little bit of cleanup. I've got the plumber coming back tomorrow and he's going to finish up the drain lines that we're working on. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you a little walkthrough and while I'm going here and take a break because it's getting pretty warm. Let me turn this around here. How do I do that? Aha. All right, so I had to spend that Company Starter Plus money. There was like a deadline on it, and I had $1,400 left, $1,300 left, something like that. So I got a vanity, and I got some toilets, and I got the vent fans for the bathroom, and I got some LED track lighting with the tracks, and a faucet. So they made me spend that money, which I was planning on spending anyways, but I did need to keep a balance of it in my business account for the Futurepreneurs program to see. Even if I had spent it and had a receipt saying that yes, it was spent on the business, they needed to see that it was cash flow in the bank account at the time. So I was maybe a month delayed on spending the money within their window or whatever, but I mean, come get it. It's spent now, you know? And they didn't hassle me or anything, so that's great. I'm terrible at keeping up with the deadlines and stuff like that anyway, so I'm doing my best. What else? Oh, so the Futurepreneurs funding. Hopefully this picks up my volume. The Futurepreneurs funding, they sent me an email today saying that the mentorship thing looks good, the orientation went well, the 8 weeks of paperwork all line up and everybody's happy with everything. So that funds maybe on Wednesday. So that's really cool. That means that the people that I'm having come in to do the work, I can pay. So I won't get to keep the money for long. And it is a loan, so I do have to pay it back. The benefit with Futurepreneurs program is I get 2 years of mentorship with a mentor who I have. His name's Adam, and he is like a restaurant guy, like a chef, and he's opened a bunch of restaurants with various people across Ontario, and seems like, you know, knows what he's talking about. Seems decent, so that's really cool. And then the loan, I pay back the interest for the first year, and then the loan amount goes into play. So I actually have kind of like a less impactful punch to the face with funding. So we have the $5,000 from Futurepreneurs, and then this $30,000 loan, and then the Kickstarter, which just went over, I believe it's $4,200 today, 4224, I think. So that's fantastic. Who knew? I mean, I was hoping it was going to do 1,000, so it would fund. But here, let me turn this around. So yeah, so I'll put a little mural on this wall. I was gonna have my friend do it, but she's actually going to do like an animation job in LA. So, man, that drywall, I didn't do the drywall, just if you're seeing the same thing I am. Anyways, yeah, so I might get Blake to do it, the guy that did my stickers. So if we hit that funding amount, I don't think we will, but if we did, that's probably what I'd end up doing. But I also want to do the art crawl in here, the first Friday or whatever. So, because we have, a good chunk of wall for art, if you wanted to, there'll be some fridges and stuff up over here. So anyways, let's just do a little walkthrough before I go home, because it's after 8 o'clock now. And I'd like to hang out with my wife for a little bit if I could. So, I've been ripping these floors up, and I guess there was a patch here, so this stuff is being stubborn. So for now, and because the sink and the watering, we're gonna leave that till the flooring guys. Oh, look at my hand. We got a new puppy, and she is tearing me up. Just tore to shit. Little sharp needle teeth and bites all the time, and She's the best, but man. Anyways, yeah, we're working on the sink. This, I keep saying, I know, I'll get better at it at some point. That is apparently an illegal cheater valve. I believe we talked about that earlier. So tomorrow, this is one of the things we're going to be doing. There's the one that's not illegal. All good, fancy. So it's all set up. He's just going to swap them out for me. Floors are up through the rest of the space anyways, so that's good. There's our pile of stuff and more dump run. That's all flooring and stuff, so yeah. Anyways, a couple of spots here around the vent that I got to work on. I did this ramp, got the ramp all cleared up, so we'll figure out what we're doing with that. Up the ramp. I got this pulled up, a couple pieces here I haven't pulled. Let's do that now so there's not two pieces left. Okay, done. Bear with me for a second. Back to the bucket. Okay. So the ramp's done. The tiling of the kitchen's done. The bathrooms are done. Well, almost done. But got a little bit in this corner to do. I got that pile to pick up. And I got to do around that toilet. But that's the only functioning toilet in the place right now. So we're just going to leave that as is. And I'll take that up when we take that up. But there's new lines there. And new lines there, red and white. And so we opened this up because of stupid old plumbing, which you can see is still stuck on the wall here. Goes steel to copper there. Some old stuff. Anyways, check that connection out. It's pretty neat, eh? It's my plumber Matt. It's just uses this really cool Milwaukee tool that crimps these together, and it's just super beefy and strong and wicked, and I don't know, plumbing's pretty neat. So anyways, there's a bit of copper here to tie into the sinks on the other side of the wall for the for like the dishwasher and stuff, and the 3-bay sink. But this line and this line, and the toilet thing, and we'll have a water line coming up. Those are all new. And let's come back here. You can see under here, this was all fancy, so we didn't want to mess with it. They've already got their copper lines run, so Matt said all that was good, so we just tied into that. But that is the only bit of plumbing left that we didn't replace. So we just started cutting out, and it was trash and old and leaking in spots, and you couldn't turn shutoffs off or on. It was from the 50s. Like, it was done. It was done probably in the 90s when they should have replaced it. So we just cut all the way from them. I'll walk it through tomorrow on the Instagram as well. But I cut through all the way from, plumber cut from the main line, and we replaced all the feed lines with new, and tied in all drains, cutting out all the old drain lines, all new everything. I wasn't planning on doing all the plumbing, but you know, here we are. So let's see, what do we have in here that's interesting? You know you're in rental phase when there's a toilet in the kitchen. Let me shut these lights off here. So yeah, so this bathroom will get a toilet and this cute sink. It's just a little guy here. That'll go on this wall here, just because I don't have a lot of space there, so I just have a small sink. This is going to be like this staff washroom, and then this will be the, hopefully no one wants to use washroom, and then if we ever get to the point of making enough money, we'll have a bathroom up front that gets installed for, you know, accessibility needs. But these old buildings are tough. This is all going to get gutted out. That's getting gutted out. That's where the new fan's going to go. Same with the other bathroom. These vents are going to get all fixed and that's getting capped or buried and capped or whatever, because it doesn't need to be used, because we're tying this line into this stack, and then that should take care of that. Shut that light off. Sink. That was a toilet in that bathroom. Need to get this serviced, but I'm told that if I call the Alpine people that do the chemicals for it, then they may fix the machine. Here is the filter systems. There's the pre-filter, and this is a 4-stage filter. So there's pre-filter coming into the building, 4-stage filter going into all of the water up front. So I looked at a coffee filter system, and there was a couple companies that offered them, one in the States, one out in Ontario. A couple people had systems, some had pricing available, some didn't. And I talked to my plumber. I said, listen, this is what I'm looking at doing. And he's like, well, this is what you're going to do. This is the system we'll put in for you. This is what I put in at his wife runs and owns Hanoi House. So they have these systems. Like he knew his restaurant system. So as I've been working with him, I've just been listening to what he's been saying. Because he seems to know what's up. So, yeah, we are, anyways, I'll go back to staring at my space. So this is the pre-filter, right? And these filters go in there, and they'll get swapped out every month or so. And then this one, the filters get swapped out every 6 months, a year, or whatever. I have to read about it. But that's a 4-stage filter. So everything gets pre-filtered, then it goes through this for front of house. So then everything in front of house is as clean and pure as possible, so my machines don't get beat up too bad. And then in here is the this will be the dough table. This is off right now, and it's going to be eliminated and go to the front, and the coffee machine runs on that. So we'll just get them to run a better line when they do the panel replacement. That's the power that was here, so we've moved that up. Didn't have to do anything to it, and that'll be for the mixer. There. This was the laundry room, so it couldn't be a laundry room anymore. So this drain now is no longer functional. It's been eliminated, so no gases can leak through there or whatever. So we'll figure out what we're doing with that. But this line we just cut here, and just cut right there, tied into the hand wash. So I now have a hand wash sink, which is pretty awesome. So that's back door. So I still need to sell these if I'm gonna put them. They're on Kijiji now, but no one seems to want them, so I'm gonna give them a wash and try again. But yeah, hand wash sink, and the fridges will be on my right, and this will be the dough prep and like donut prep station. And they'll go into a proofer oven. That'll be here, or here maybe, and then fryer, flat top. This is being sold like $400 or something, hopefully. Toilet obviously will be gone. And I'm just going to shut the lights down here as I go, check the door before I leave. But I just thought I'd share a quick walk through and kind of catch up with what I'm doing. This place is spooky, man. I don't like it. Guess I better get used to it. So, That's the rest of the flooring. I think I've done 3 dump runs now for flooring. All the lights are off, back door's locked. So a little more flooring here. I've got the flooring guys coming in tomorrow. They are going to do final quotes, and I guess they have a book of, you know, color choices and whatever. So we'll see what's available in the flooring that we're going to use, and then he's going to give me a kind of a rounded up, the finalized quote, so we have everything written down and everything's set, and then we'll get a date for them, and they'll come in and do that. The HVAC is in its works. The panel's being done at the same time the HVAC's being done. So, I mean, it's moving. And then tomorrow morning I will do another walkthrough for the Instagram and just show all the plumbing stuff and kind of what's up today or whatever. But anyways, I'm gonna go home, and I'm just happy that all this is moving. So hopefully it doesn't look like this forever. All right, have a good night, everybody.